Something exploded here. There was a double explosion. Look at the smoke. It's crazy. Over there.
Last night, Ukraine launched a powerful series of long-range strikes deep into Russian territory and occupied Crimea. Explosions lit up multiple regions as missiles and drones hit strategic targets, from a thermal power plant in Voronezh and a substation near Korenovo to an ammunition depot in Crimea's Gvardeyskoye. Even the massive Kazanorg Syntez petrochemical plant, hundreds of kilometers from the front, was reportedly hit. The message is clear. Nowhere in Russia is truly safe from Ukraine's reach. In the morning of November 9th in Taganrog, in Russia's Rostov region, there was an explosion at a transformer substation and a fire. As a result of the incident, parts of several districts lost power and water supply. Local authorities assured that there were no casualties. The fire was extinguished, and power supply is expected to be restored soon. It has not yet been confirmed whether the incident is connected to drone strikes. According to Rossetti PJSC, there was an emergency shutdown of a high-voltage line. Power is out in several districts of the city. Emergency crews are working on restoration, with an estimated time for power to return of about 2 hours. The Astra Telegram channel also analyzes eyewitness footage and reports the location of the incident on the site of the former TAG-AZ plant in the city. In the context of regional events, earlier today information emerged about attacks in other cities of Russia. In Voronezh and the Belgorod region, there were disruptions to heating and power after strikes on energy infrastructure. The Russian Defense Ministry announced the destruction of several drones, but details in each case remain ambiguous. Astra suggests the strike could have been missile-based rather than drone-based, but there are no official confirmations from the Ukrainian side yet.
Something exploded here. There was a double explosion. Look at the smoke. It's crazy. Over there. On the Tagaz territory. Unbelievable.
Also, on Saturday evening, the situation in Russia's Belgorod region sharply deteriorated as a large part of the population was once again left without electricity. The latest outage follows a Ukrainian missile strike on the Luch combined heat and power plant, which reportedly damaged key components of the facility and caused fires in nearby areas. According to local authorities, around 20,000 residents in Belgorod and the nearby town of Dubovoye lost power following the attack. The regional governor confirmed that the strike caused significant damage to Belgorod's power and heating infrastructure, with debris from intercepted missiles igniting fires in several garages close to the site. Local media reported that gas turbines at the Luch thermal plant were hit, though some sources suggest that only transformers were affected, a claim still being verified. The attack comes amid Ukraine's growing campaign to weaken Russia's logistical and energy infrastructure supporting its war effort. Since the beginning of the full-scale invasion, Ukrainian strikes on energy facilities inside Russia have intensified, and in recent weeks, officials in Kyiv have hinted at expanding the geographic scope of such operations. The pattern is clear. As Russia continues its own bombardment of Ukraine's energy grid, Ukraine is increasingly bringing the war home to the aggressor's territory, hitting the same critical systems Moscow once used as a weapon against civilians. The strike on Belgorod's Luch CHP marks another escalation in this strategic tit-for-tat, a signal that Ukraine's reach and resolve are growing stronger. Russian telegram channels also reported that an electrical substation had been set ablaze in the community of Korenovo in Russia's Kursk Oblast following a Ukrainian strike in the evening of November 8th. Power outages were reported in the region following the attack, although it was not immediately clear as to how many consumers had been affected. The Russian Minister of Defense, Andrei Belousov, is reported to have ordered a crackdown on corruption in the Russian armed forces. In particular, the widespread practices by commanders of extortion and murder, zeroing out, are coming under scrutiny. According to a private post to subscribers of the Razvedchik Telegram channel, Belousov instructed Chief of the General Staff Gerasimov to purge the army of banditry among commanders this winter, a high-ranking military official at the Ministry of Defense reported. The head of the ministry demanded the urgent creation of commissions to investigate cases of extortion and so-called zeroing out when soldiers are sent to certain death. Inspections will soon begin in those units where complaints of non-payment and missing property have been recorded. The commission will include representatives from the FSB, the Military Prosecutor's Office, and Gerasimov's headquarters. They have been instructed to personally report to Belousov on each inspection of a given troop group. Sources note that the head of the Ministry of Defense has threatened dismissals and criminal prosecution for attempts to cover up fraud or conceal information on bonuses and allowances. According to sources, Belousov bluntly stated that combat operations were gradually slowing and it was time to restore order. He demanded that the military chain of command be cleansed of schemes where dishonest commanders were profiting from soldiers and that discipline be restored. Inspections will begin as early as December, targeting all commanders against whom soldiers had complained. Reports of extortion and murder in the Russian army have been extremely widespread and frequent over the past year, with beatings, torture, and extrajudicial killings reported from many different units. Very few commanders have been disciplined over such reports. Soldiers have filmed numerous incidents of abuse, and complaints of maltreatment are one of the commonest themes, appearing literally daily in videos recorded by soldiers and their relatives. There has also been an increasing trend of pre-murder videos being recorded, in which soldiers send testimonies to their friends and relatives explaining why they are going to be killed imminently on the orders of the commander. Russian war bloggers have often criticized such abuses. A recent survey by war blogger Alex Kartovic found that distrust of the military authorities and widely publicized episodes of abuse of soldiers were major blockers for recruitment. Ukrainian forces use Raven SAM system to engage Russian Kh-59 and Kh-101 cruise missiles. Kh-59 and Kh-101 cruise missiles are both hard, but for different reasons. The Kh-59 is an older subsonic air-launched missile with electro-optical/TV or radar terminal guidance, relatively easier to detect at launch and defeat with layered air defenses, fighters, or electronic warfare, but still dangerous at low altitude and against unprepared targets. The Ka-101 is a long-range, low-observable, terrain-following cruise missile with modern INS/GPS guidance and a small radar cross-section. Its range and stealthy profile make early detection difficult, so intercept windows are short and costly. Stopping them reliably requires layered sensors, radar, AWACS, satellites, networked SAMs and fighters, point defenses, and active EW. Doable, but resource-intensive. And success depends on early warning and integrated air defense coordination.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comments section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.